The Peskin Report is sponsored by High and Happy Catering out of Springfield, Massachusetts. Their chef, Michael Best, can cook anything you want with or without being infused with cannabis. Check out some of what they make on their Instagram at High and Happy Catering or call them at 413-785-8999. You'll be happy you did. Listening to the Pesky Report, a podcast dedicated to the Boston Red Sox. Here are your hosts, Brad Chandler, Ryan Brady, and Hogdale. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Pesky Report. This is episode number 102. My name is Brad Chandler. We are brought to you by Belly Up Sports Network. With me today, I have my co-hosts Ryan Brady and Hogdale. How are we doing today, gentlemen?
Baba Booey.
Okay.
What is this, fucking Howard Stern?
Yes.
Doing good, Brad. Thanks for asking. How are you on this fine day, sir?
I'm actually doing really well. I know nobody really gives a fuck, but I'm going to talk about it anyways. I started a new job since the last time we had recorded. Last time we had Bianca Smith, Bailey, and Hogdale on the show. But actually, fucking fantastic, man. Can't complain. I could, but nobody gives a shit, so...
Dude, that interview with Bianca Smith was so good. And like, if any of y'all missed the episode, please go listen to it. It was genuinely such a fun interview. She was so fun to talk to.
I do
a great interview in general.
I have to say, I've already sworn more during this episode than I did that entire episode.
True.
And
Brad
we're
was
only
on his best behavior.
We're only 2.5 minutes in, and that one was an hour long. So I didn't drop any bombs.
I did one swear word, and that was when I called incels on the internet fucking losers. So
yeah, it was a really good, not trying to be, biased or anything, but I thought it was a great interview. I thought it was great to talk to her. And we got some insight on like coaching and whatnot. And, if Bianca ends up listening to this episode, thank you so much for coming on. And we'd love to have you on again, hopefully after the season. So Brady missed a really good episode.
Yeah, no, listen, it's amazing that she came on and shared with you guys. Love that. And just hoping that there is a season for her to come on after.
Technically, so everybody gets the whole thing like confused. Like there's a lockout for MLB. There's not a lockout for the minors.
Yeah, which I will be watching minor league baseball, and
that's what I'm talking about. And we're going to talk a little bit about the MLB. We're going to talk about MLB and the Players Association. They had to sit down and chatted or whatever. They had fucking lunch and then decided like they weren't even gonna fucking talk. We're gonna talk about the Tyler Skaggs Eric K situation, which that is holy shit. Matt Harvey, Garrett Richards, who was a member of the 2021 Red Sox, his involvement in that. What else? There's some transactions that happened as well for the minors. And so Brady, I know that you're a big on the whole lockout and saying that the owners are trying to move, but the players need to start giving as well.
Yeah, I think that, a lot of people want to pick like the right side, the wrong side. When the problem is, I don't think it's that clear cut. The owners definitely have cost certainty, but they don't have income certainty. I think I just saw Sam Kennedy said that ticket sales are down 20 to 30% based upon last year at this time. So, Major League Baseball is one of the few sports that have, guaranteed salaries no matter what happens. So there's a ton of cost certainty. Most owners don't make a profit from year to year. It's really about resale of the team. Eventually they're going to make a huge windfall, but it looks to me that the owners have tried to move. I don't think it was their final and their best offer, but now we should see if the owners gave a proposal on Saturday. We're now on Tuesday. They have not officially given a response back. So maybe it's not just the owners dragging their feet, right? That we're about the time where I think it's time for everyone to sit in a room and knock it the fuck out. But I like some of the concessions the owners made. I'm ready for the players to start doing some as well.
Hogdale.
I don't know, man. I have a hard time taking the owner's side on anything in this, especially when, they just, before the lockout started, hey, we're going to, throw these minor leaguers a bone. We're actually going to give them proper housing. And literally the next second term, we're like, okay, well, we're going to cut 30 minor league jobs per team because fuck you. And I don't know, man, ticket sales being down 30%, there's kind of been a pandemic. I don't know. I feel like that might have something to do with that over the last year. Some people being scared about, going out in public.
Right. But that he's saying that the percentage of ticket sales have gone down since last year, and the pandemic happened last year.
Yeah, it's still going on. People are still
it was still going
paranoid.
on. I'm sorry. I'm not, I'm going to a fucking baseball game as soon as there's baseball going on.
So am I.
And look at the Super Bowl, man. It wasn't like they couldn't sell tickets. People were there and on top of each other. And this is coming off a 2020 season that was abysmal for the Boston Red Sox. And now after last year, you would think the fan base would be, ready to go and buy some tickets and eager for baseball. I can just understand from multiple perspectives that the owners have cost certainty. 100%. Things don't get cheaper; they get more expensive. And I don't feel bad for the owners, but I don't feel bad for the players either. I feel like, the truth really is the players, whether they perform well or poorly, they're getting their guaranteed money. The owners, they have to be able to generate revenue or else they're taking losses, and players don't have to worry about that. The minor league stuff, that sucks, but I think everywhere it's always the little person that gets squeezed the most. Max Scherzer still going to make $42 million, but they're going to cut some guy making $15,000 a year, which is horrible, but it's like that in every single walk of life.
I don't know, man. It's just these owners, these dudes who are, you're crying poor about we take losses. That's what the revenue sharing's for. Also, why don't these teams make money? Why don't so many people come out to the ballpark? Maybe it's because a lot of these teams and owners sit on their asses, don't invest money into the team, are content with being mediocre or losing, and year in and year out, just don't do anything. You're the Cleveland Indians. You're the Kansas City Royals. You're the Oakland A's.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat the Cleveland team?
No, because technically, I'm referring to the Indians as in the past. The Guardians haven't done anything yet.
Yeah, but then you have a team like the Rays, though, that although they don't spend a lot of money, they're a successful, well-run franchise.
Yeah, but what they do is it's shitty too. It's good that they're successful and they have really smart baseball people in there, but that they don't spend money is a fucking crying shame.
All right, but we agree the Boston Red Sox do spend money, right? So coming off a year that they were really a strong, surprising start, to their season and a great finish. What's the excuse now? This is an organization that does spend money, that every year is at least in the top 5 of payroll, that is committed to winning.
The first few months were at limited capacity.
No, for this upcoming season, they're down 20 to 30% of ticket sales based upon where they were this time last year. That's the problem. That's the rub. If you own the Boston Red Sox and you see we're almost a third short of this time last year, maybe you want to hold up just a little bit. Plus, let's keep in mind, players got their money last year in a shortened season, or a majority of it. The owners did not sell many tickets at all, and they still had to pay the players the same prorated rate. So I get it. I think if we were owners, we'd look for that too. I just think everybody's right. I don't think anyone's wrong. Everybody's right.
I'm getting to the point now to where like I see where you're coming from, Brady. I definitely think that it's time that the players need to move. I'm not saying they need to like take everything that the owners are saying, but something needs to happen. They need to show some good faith. I'm not shitting on the players. I'm on the player side here. But if you really want baseball and you want to go to work and you want to do your thing, to get something, you got to give something. That's the way of life. It's like if we're going to have a full lockout for the entire season, I could see, a drop in viewership once baseball does come back. And it's already getting to the point to where people are getting frustrated. Like, the fans are frustrated as hell. I'm frustrated. I want baseball. Next Saturday, the 26th, is supposed to be the first spring training game. Granted, there will most likely be a game, but it will be all minor leaguers. Nothing against minor leaguers because I pay attention. I want to watch them too. But people aren't going to spend crazy amounts of money watching a single A or a low A baseball player. If I get the chance to see like a Chris Sale start in spring training, I'll go. But if it's going to be Joe Schmo, I don't know.
Let's also keep in mind that the owners are the ones that lock the door. If they wanted to, they should just keep going and keep playing till the CBA actually expires, which wouldn't be till about the end of this next year. So in theory, you keep playing.
In 94, the players went on strike, and even then, the same regurgitated statements of what the owners did. So even when the players went on strike, it didn't matter a damn thing. The truth is, you have two sides of a bargaining table that neither want to bend too much. But the truth is, universal DH. Sorry, man, that's going to create a lot of high end, high profit jobs and keep guys in the league longer, like JD Martinez. Now he's got half the league potentially as another suitor for him than would have been before. I mean, so if you're a team like the St. Louis Cardinals, let's say, that you want to bring in a player to be their primary DH, your payroll is going up now. They gave into that, and they're also, as owners, that's more cost certainty now coming in. But the truth really is, players wanted a salary, the ceiling to be elevated. They wanted the floor. They wanted there to be a floor, but they wanted that at an amount, and they wanted to make the amount of time until free agency even shorter. That's fucking bananas. That's not.
No, it is not. Those are all so completely reasonable. But look at the fucking profit margins that MLB has made over the last 4 years.
I'm talking about each team's year-to-year date, what profit they make off of running that team. If you
revenue sharing is there for any of those losses, and those small market teams who do have those losses are covered by the revenue sharing. I'm not going to let these fucking small market teams off the hook and let them cry poor. It's bullshit, and you know it.
No, I don't. Actually, I couldn't actually be further than the truth. The truth is, I think that you're looking at multi-millionaires and looking at them as though they're the poor guy in the street who
Then what are you looking at these billionaires at? Wow, these billionaires just can't catch a break.
No,
millionaires. Oh man.
No,
we gotta shell out for the fucking bill. Are you kidding me?
No, not kidding at all. Actually, I look at this one. I see the owners as one side of a bargaining unit, and I see the players as another side of the bargaining unit, but I don't look at things as right and wrong. I can understand, whereas an owner, you're telling me you want me to spend more, got it. You want me to have you this huge expenditure. We're paying you a signing bonus. We're drafting you. We're paying people to develop your skills. And now we get less time of you. What the fuck are you actually giving back to me? You have to give something back. So what from the players have they offered back? I'm still waiting to hear what's their one big concession, because I'm a teacher. I'm part of a union. I know how negotiations work. It's got to be a little this, a little that. What the fuck have the players actually said? You know what? We'll give you this.
I think this is like the players feel like they got jobbed in the last CBA, and they did. So guess what? Kind of swing the pendulum back in the other direction.
So now what you just said is what I've thought all along. This is Tony Clark is going to fuck up baseball because he fucked up his negotiating that long ago. That now it's Tony Clark's attempt to be redemption story. And the last time you're too young to remember this, but the last time when the players struck, it was Donald Fair, who was in charge of Players Union. You know where he is now? He's in charge of NHLPA because he got kicked out of baseball because he did such a fucking horrible job.
That explains so much, Brady. That explains so much because the NHLPA is the most useless entity in all of sports.
And now you know Tony Clark's future. You know where Tony's going, right?
I didn't know that. Thank you for telling me that, Brady. That explains so much.
I do think that the fact that we have Manfred on one side and Tony Clark on the other side is totally fucking this up.
Yeah. There's no question.
There you go, Brady. You can drive for today.
Thing is, like, modern NFL player, or not NFL, modern MLB players really don't give a fuck about the minors. I think they will give up that concession to eliminate the minor league jobs. I think it's a shame. I think it really is because, I mean, all those guys, like, do you have any empathy? You all were minor leaguers at one point. What if that was you who got cut, you fucking goons? And they're gonna job them. I know it. It's a fact.
Like I haven't heard this because I'm sure this would never go over. But if you were an owner and they said they want you to increase, the amount of, the ceiling as well as the floor, but there's no longer guaranteed contracts.
Never happening.
Right. But see, that's the problem is where there has to be some kind of concession. You want more
the only major sport that doesn't have guaranteed money is the NFL, and it's amazing that they've gotten away with it for so long.
But even in hockey, you can buy a player out, he gets his money, but it's over a longer period of time, so you can manipulate how much you're paying out. So like the truth really is there's also a salary cap in the NHL. How would the players feel about a salary cap? Not too good, right?
There kind of already is a salary cap. Though,
they got rid of that. If you look at the proposal, there's no qualifying offers. That's done.
I like that. I do like the fact that there's a DH, a universal DH. I mean, when we get baseball, MLB back, but I mean, like I said before, you got Clark, you got Manfred,
you got Cops.
Yeah, I was talking about the luxury tax threshold. That already kind of works as a cap.
Not anymore. The owners already said part of their proposal was qualifying offers are no longer attached, and if you go over, the amount of penalties now have been significantly reduced.
Well, no, the first year they got rid of the first year one, and then the second and third year are still the same. So you can go over 1 year without penalty, and then the second and third year is the penalty still as severe as it used to be.
So that sounds like a concession that the owners did. I'm still waiting for where's the one that the players did? I'm just waiting for one. If you can give one awesome talking point and be like, they gave this, then I would say they're bargaining in good faith. But what's the one?
The thing is, though, is like, I don't know, like, why would the players concede when all these are extremely reasonable? Like, these are really reasonable asking points.
I don't think it's at all reasonable.
If you look at MLB's profits over the last 10 years, like the average value of a team increasing, like I believe the values of each team has increased by around 100%, like 90 to 100% over the last decade. Like, it's pretty reasonable.
Tell that to Derek Jeter in fucking Miami.
Derek Jeter in Miami. That's here.
I just
maybe him stripping his entire team down to bark as soon as he got there didn't help much for the value.
Here's the problem is when you're looking at it and you're saying, why should the players give any concessions? They're reasonable. But what if the owners had the exact same fucking psychotic thought process? What if they just said, what we're going to do is this one, is we think what we're saying is reasonable, so why should we bend? If the owners took that standpoint, we're not going to have a baseball season. The baseball season right now is dependent on the owners doing things, not the players.
That's funny. Let's think like that. But what the owners saying aren't reasonable. And like I'm saying, what I'm saying is not good for bargaining. I'm just stating my opinion on the matter. Or I think what the players are asking for is reasonable. I think there will be things that are given up. But no, that's fine.
Sorry about that. No, the truth really is, I just want to hear the one thing that players, that's their big selling point. I know the owners asked for another additional postseason teams to increase revenue. That if you want more revenue, can we get more revenue? And the players said no. So I'm still stuck on, it seems to me like the owners are like, all right, let's move a little bit. And the players are going, it better be this or don't even fucking come to me. That sounds like a player problem now.
They might bend on the postseason thing, which is a bummer because, like, why are we playing 162 games if we're going to have, like, half the league make the playoffs? Dogs are freaking out. The dogs have had enough.
I kind of agree with Brady. I mean, you know, I've always been the type of person that was like, I side with the players, but like looking at it on this side, and I know we're not really like behind 100%, like knowing everything that's going on behind closed doors. Jesus fucking Christ, Brady.
The dogs are freaking out. They've had enough.
Is Elsa loose or something?
No, you know, they're fired up. They're like, you know what? Not for nothing. I get the player's perspective, but I just want to see some movement toward an agreement. I get it. I'm fired up too. I want to watch baseball.
This is what I was saying is, you know, you're right, Brady. Like we're not seeing everything. We're not hearing everything behind closed doors. So, you know, whatever's going on behind that, they're only letting us hear what they want us to hear. So we don't know if it's true that the players aren't budging at all, or, you know, the owners are just doing this and that. I mean, the owners definitely want baseball. I know the players want baseball, but it seems like, you know, like you said before, one's moving, one's not. You know, the Players Association is. What'd you say?
Do the owners want baseball? Remember during COVID, like there was like an actual debate that the season wasn't going to happen because the owners just didn't want to play. They're like, no, we don't want to. You know, we'll lose money, so we're just not going to play. We don't want to play.
But why? I don't get that logic at all. So the players would not agree to play for like a third of their salaries. They wanted the whole fucking boatload for games played. But if you can't fill up your ballpark because of fucking COVID restrictions, what are you running a charity now? Now you're just like, we're just going to pay you because, right? Why would you?
Is it more valuable to have no sport going on at all and like have no eyes on your game, or pay the players to play it to keep eyes on the game and keep momentum going?
It would seem to me like the players should go, we want the sport to keep going. So guys, can we pay us? If you only get half the attendance, give us half the salary. Right? We understand that this is different for right now. Why should the owners pay 100% and the players don't take anything on the chin? It just doesn't make sense. Like, this is not the way real business actually works, nor do I think the players would do it if they, in their own businesses in life, they wouldn't operate like that. You're not going to pay people to come to work that don't actually work. It doesn't make sense.
Okay.
I just want to see everybody negotiate. That's it.
Negotiations do happen when two sides start, you know, moving.
What was that?
Not for nothing. Not for nothing.
When the owners come to the table, like, hey guys, you know, I know we have like half the league sits on their asses. They don't spend money and collect revenue sharing, but we're really going to need you to concede here, you know, for the health of the game.
There's two sides.
It's like, you really trust Robert Manfred to negotiate in good faith? Like, this
doesn't even have anything to do with Manfred. It
is everything. He's the fucking.
No, it doesn't have it. What we're talking about has nothing to do with Manfred. It's a business aspect, and you have to move. If you're trying to negotiate, there has to be movement on both sides for them to come up with something. If the owners are willing to give something up, the players have to do something. Whatever the fuck it is, they have to do something. They don't have to say yes to the whole fucking playoff thing. They don't have to say yes to the minor league system situation, but they have to come up with something. And they're not giving anything. Something's got to give. And and not for anything. I fucking hate Manfred, but I also fucking hate Tony Clark.
I do really think we're in the situation we're in right now because Tony Clark did such a poor job last time that this is why now the representation, you haven't heard about any concessions from players. Because I think the problem really is Tony Clark knows his whole future is on the line with this agreement.
Both of their fucking futures are on the line. You got Manfred and Clark. Both their balls right now are on the cutting board.
Manfred's got one fuck up in him in terms of owners because the owners are the ones who employ him. He's got one fuck up. Tony Clark has none. And I think that's the problem is you have someone in charge right now for the players who clearly everyone knows he did a horrible job the last time around.
They got jobbed last time. It was bad. It was bad.
But that's the problem is now if you're going to go and you want to negotiate the next contract with a chip on your shoulder because of last time, maybe it's the player representation that's causing things to not move.
It also could be that the players are in a very unique situation where the owners lost money due to COVID this last year, and they feel like they can hold the owners' feet to the fire because they don't want to lose more money. So they're going to do it.
Then I guess they don't care about the game as much as you think, right?
I mean, the owners don't give a fuck about the game, so why should the players?
That's wow. So 2 wrongs make a right. Got it. Yep. Check. That's
Dude, genuinely, it's how it's going to be because you guys keep saying it's a business. It's a business. It's a fucking two-way street for it being a business. For the players, it's a business too.
Right.
So what's the one concession that you know that the players have made? Because I gave you universal DH, right?
Oh, because the owners didn't want that. Yeah, they wanted to see a pitcher hitting in the 9-hole. Good thing for them.
Doesn't matter. They still gave it.
They're going to be paying more money.
Exactly.
Dude, the owners said themselves that that's a thing they wanted going into the negotiations. It's not a real concession.
Okay, they're still going to have to pay more money. Like
yeah, if I were the players, concessions wise, they'll probably go on the minor league thing. They'll probably give more playoff games.
But we're in February.
To generate more revenue.
We're on February 15th, and between the 3 of us that read baseball all the time, we don't have one thing that we can say clearly that the players have conceded and kind of to move toward. And the truth is,
tactic, truly.
How's that? They love the game so much.
So do the owners. They love the game too. Man, they want.
I don't. I think both sides are very wrong. But I feel like you clearly on one camp. But it takes 2 people to reach an agreement. I know that the owners gave a proposal on Saturday, and today is Tuesday, and they have not heard back yet. That's wow. Okay.
All right, guys.
Dude,
we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on because we can sit here and fucking talk about this for the next 3 hours. So
I hate the fucking lockout. I just want baseball.
Yep,
that I agree with.
That checks out. Mm-hmm. All right, so we had a couple things happen since the last time we recorded. We had a couple minor leaguers signing. Jairo Munoz, he left. He went to the Phillies. That kind of sucks. Yeah, not. I was actually shocked about that one. I didn't realize he would just fucking up in.
They saw him in the majors and they're like, "We've had enough."
And then the Red Sox signed former White Sox infielder Yelmer Sanchez to a minor league deal, and that's cool and all. Love seeing these minor league signings. Would love to start seeing these fucking. Would love to start seeing major league signings.
What? How long has Munoz was he in the organization for?
2020.
Okay, so he was not a Dombrowski sign. He was a Bloom sign.
Right.
Okay, I thought maybe it was a Dombrowski and he's going to Philadelphia. Kind of plucking him again. Munoz is a guy that I always liked him, wanted him to get more of an opportunity with the Red Sox.
In 2020, I was all in on Jairo, and then last year when he had that 35 game hitting streak, I mean, fuck, dude. Everybody was calling for him to get called up. It's like, bring him up. And he's a utility guy. So a lot of people thought he was just going to be an infielder, but he played outfield too. But
would have been nice.
Yeah, it would have been nice. Maybe if the players would budge.
Sure did.
All right. So let's start talking about the fucking Eric K, Tyler Skaggs, Matt Harvey, Garrett Richards thing. So
it's just nuts. It's sad.
It's fucking crazy, dude. So the whole OD of fentanyl, I kind of hits close to home for me. My best friend passed away of a drug overdose, and it was laced with fentanyl. And hearing about Tyler Skaggs' situation fucking sucked. But then, lo and behold, Matt Harvey's name comes to light, and he goes on the stand today, and he's admitting that he was blowing lines in the clubhouse and in the dugout, like fucking in the dugout. Where are you doing this? Like, why are you doing this in front of everybody? Like, I don't know about you, but smoking pot in front of people, like before it was legalized in Connecticut, I was fucking hiding that shit, you know? But you're sitting here fucking blowing lines in the goddamn dugout and in the fucking clubhouse. Holy shit, you got balls. And
I think
I saw something earlier today, back in 2013, I think it was. He came out and he had a fucking bloody nose, and people were just like wondering why he had a fucking bloody nose. Well, there you go.
Gotta say, Matt Harvey being a coke fiend is probably the least surprising thing that has come out of this whole trial. It just makes so much sense.
You know what I learned was you've said it for a long time, Brad, but the Mets are going to Met. I mean, that's
yeah, culture of Metting.
Yeah, you can take Matt Harvey off the Mets, but you can't take the Mets out of Matt Harvey.
Now I kind of want to know why Mad Max is Mad Max now. You know, like, why is he always pumped up and shit? Is fucking Max Scherzer fucking blowing lines? Like, holy shit.
If he wasn't, he's going to do something bad now because now he's on the Mets. You know, he's got a horrible gambling problem or something's coming. It's coming.
It's on the way. Yeah. It's true.
It's like spin the wheel of doom. Like some shit.
God fucking forbid. I do not want to hear something about DeGrom being on drugs. That's the last fucking thing I want to hear.
I don't want to hear about that. He's cool.
Well, I think he's up last year of his contract, so I know that's going to be a big storyline coming up. I think I read that he's in line for an extension.
If he puts together like a full healthy season, like the money he's going to get will be fucking wild.
But that's the thing is, at what point do you get nervous that he can't put together a full healthy season?
He is not a free agent until 2025.
Wait, really?
Holy shit, what a contract. Whatever it is, it's not enough.
Oh, wow.
He's making $33 million next year.
That's a good
2022. He's making $30 million in 2023. And then it says 2024, he's making $32.5 million.
I mean, what, considering like what Bauer and Scherzer like 40 to 45 million though? Like what would like Jacob DeGrom like after a healthy season on the open market fetch? Like 50?
It's crazy.
But he pitches so much less than those guys. You know what I mean? Like I think you kind of got to factor that in a little bit too. It's like how many starts did he make last year? Like 21?
Something like that. His peak is also way higher than those guys too.
No, I know, but like would you so if you're paying Scherzer 42, but he's taking the ball 31 starts a year and you're only getting 21 out of DeGrom, you're kind of paying him the same. Like I hate to say it, but he's always getting hurt now.
Which is a bummer. I really hope he can stay healthy.
He really does need to stay healthy. Maybe he needs to start doing.
Brad, he can opt out after the 2022 season. He has an opt-out clause. So that's why they're talking in New York about you have both Jacob DeGrom situation and Aaron Judge's situation. Two guys who could both be free agents next year, faces of the franchise for both.
There's no way.
So Jacob DeGrom has
no way.
Jacob DeGrom has $52.5 million deferred. He got $12 million in 2020. He got $13.5 in 2021. He gets $15 million in 2022. He gets $12 million in 2023.
Yeah, that was signed by the previous ownership. Uncle Stevie would have said, "I'll just pay it to you now, right? I'm not spreading this shit out."
The Wilpons are fucking terrible.
Yeah. Stevie Cohen would have been like, "We're taking care." Now, if I was a player, I don't make millions of dollars a year, but that sounds pretty cool. You know, to get $20 million a year when I'm done playing.
So, according to Spotrac, I think that's how you say it. He is going to be getting deferred up until the age of 51.
And his ability to make money is not done, right? Like he could sign another contract, like, and oh my god,
he's getting paid until 2039. According to Spotrac, on his $52 million for 4 years.
So what's he getting this year? What's he actually bringing home this year?
Hold on. And 2035 he'll get $12 million. And 2036 he'll get $13.5 million. And 2037 he gets $15 million, so it jumps up. And then it goes down. 2038 he gets $12 million. Then it bumps back up to $15 million in 2039.
Dude, the Wilpons were such cheap asses. Like, genuinely. They ran a fucking New York market team like they were the Cleveland Guardians. Like, imagine. Jesus
We don't know
Christ.
how the Guardians are going to, you know.
That's a good point, Brad. That's a good point.
Fine, the Oakland A's. Except with way less competent management.
But, like, what is he making this year, Brad? Like what is he bringing home?
2022... his base salary is $33.5 million.
Right.
He had a signing bonus of $2.5.
Because like, yearly cash I just saw 18.5 is what he.
Yeah, 18.5.
What a steal.
I think I could live on that. I think I'd be okay.
I don't know if I'd be okay.
That's a good point.
I might do a Matt Harvey and
Brooklyn
fucking blow it all on fucking coke.
Brad, what's up? Just get nosebleeds all the time now. The fucking weather in Vail is killing my shit.
I'll start sending fucking Eric K $1,700 a fucking transaction on fucking Venmo like Garrett Richards.
What happened with Richards? Idiot. I don't know anything about this.
Holy shit, dude. So nobody knows what the transactions were. But I mean, over three different transactions, he sent $1,700 to Eric K through Richards. Fucking Venmo. Richards.
Richards Venmo $1,700 on 3 different occasions.
It wasn't $1,700 3 different times. It was up. Oh. It was 3 different transactions that equaled $1,700.
Okay. Wow.
So
I
don't know how much
swimming lessons.
Yes.
Did you say swinging or swimming?
Swimming lessons.
Maybe both, but I said swimming.
Maybe it was a coat. You know, he was looking for a nice coat.
It's possible. I mean, I think we're jumping. Yeah.
That was 2017. He was in California. He didn't need a coat then. But
I mean, Garrett Richards does look like he might dabble in some shit, though.
The whole Skaggs
situation. Like how much fucking fucking oxy are you doing, dude? Like, I don't know how much oxy costs, but I mean, I shouldn't joke like that. About 6 years ago, I had a problem, but
these guys the whole talking about situation. It's just so sketch.
Sucks.
It's so sketch, and like the fucking. It just seems like this one guy, distributing pills like to guys in the organization allegedly, and it's like you got this guy killed, and you could have gotten other guys killed within the organization. It's genuinely shameful, and I really hope this dude does fucking prison time for it.
But they're saying that it could have been Matt Harvey that gave him the pills,
which they gave him. They gave him immunity, not that it would help with. I don't think like police, but that he was granted immunity, so nothing will happen to him in terms of MLB baseball. So that,
yeah.
But I mean, like, it's just hearing this now. It's like how much like the drugs that go through MLB. Like, you think that's the only? That's the only team?
Way. No way. Not a chance.
I'm concerned, honestly. Like these guys are fucking drug addicts. Like hearing about this dude, I forgot who it was, the guy on the Pirates who fucking had a no-hitter and he did it on acid.
Yeah, it did happen, didn't it? Forgot about that.
God, I love baseball, man. I mean,
Doc Ellis. Sorry. And then Dave Wells, who he throws a fucking perfect game after he's fucking hung over from going out and fucking drinking all goddamn night and starting on a spot start. He wasn't even supposed to start that day.
That's why baseball's the best. Because you can be high as a motherfucker and still play well, right?
I don't know. Like, do you think he was throwing the ball at dragons?
Oh my God.
You can't hit this, you motherfucking dragon.
It's not a baseball. It's a fucking fireball.
You fire breather, bitch. Sit down. And they're like, what the fuck is that guy talking about, man?
Right, I just hope that they need to squash this stuff out in MLB, dude. Like, just opioids are so scary. Like, of all the things you can get high on, get addicted to, like Brad, you said you had like a personal tie to that kind of stuff. My brother's best friend overdosed on opioids a few months ago. Like it's just scary. And like how many rappers these last few years have died because of opioids.
It's not
It's
even
just like
it's
of all
not
the
even
shit.
just rappers. The thing is like nowadays you don't know what things are laced with, and now we got fentanyl that's fucking laced with almost anything. It's just like around the corner from where I live, there were kids who fucking overdosed on fentanyl, and it was laced in their weed. Like, well, what the fuck are we doing? Like, I'm sorry, I'm not. I don't condone drug use and whatever. I've done drugs in my weed is not a drug. Fuck off, Brady.
Own.
Giving me that fucking face. But like all these people fucking, you know, dying of fentanyl overdose and shit like that, or because of fentanyl. It's scary, you know, like drug dealers, what are you fucking doing? Like, if you're a drug dealer, you're fucking stupid for lacing your shit with fentanyl. You're killing your fucking client.
It's not very dude, you know, very undude.
Proof that drug dealers don't really have a moral compass. Check.
Nope. That checks out. All right, so hey, before we keep going on and whatnot, Brady, do you have it?
I do.
All right, hold on.
But it's gonna be a surprise to you.
It's not what you sent me.
No, I found I something in my opinion took a little further.
All right.
It is time for the dumbest tweet of the week.
Or how many Earth places are there in the solar system? Earth places? The round planets. Oh, girl.
Hydrogen is at the top of the
Food chain. Solar system.
periodic table.
What is a hydrogen? Hydrogen peroxide.
I am the #1 most impactful artist of our generation.
I am a unicorn.
All right, Brady.
All right, you got to stay with me on this one, okay? Because it's worth the ride. All right, here we go. So an original post states questions. Do you think you have to be deeply honest with yourself to be a great writer? Okay.
Oh, fucking Christ.
Response, no. All you have to do is roll out of bed and start writing. In a few days, you'll produce the next great American novel. A follow-up response, I think this is the best tweet I have ever read. And a follow-up response from that would be, thank you. Also, FYI, the infinite monkey theorem states that a monkey hitting keys at random on a typewriter keyboard for an infinite amount of time will almost surely type any given text, such as the complete works of William Shakespeare.
That checks out.
I'm just confused.
I'm fucking. This is why it's called the dumbest tweets of the week.
I know it wasn't sports centered, and I apologize for going a little off script.
That's really inspiring to all the writers out there, all the aspiring writers. You know,
you just let a monkey fucking just jab away, and it's all going to work out. You know what I mean? Think of your greatest story ever written. Obviously, a fucking monkey did it, right? What kind of banana world do we fucking live with? Oh, monkey. Here we go. Banana world. Great. Now
it's like, oh, so that's how the Bible was typed out. Thanks, typewriter monkey.
Hey. Easy.
Easy.
Easy. Come on, Irish Catholic. Let's be good. Come on.
Let's not start talking religion because
I'll have you know. I'm a descendant of Mormon royalty. Mormon royalty.
Oh, so fake religion.
Not a fake religion. It is a real religion. You've offended all the Mormons out there. I mean, I personally don't practice it, but like, yeah, fucking, goddamn, I can't remember the guy's name right now, but it's like, Porter Rockwell. I'm a direct descendant of Porter Rockwell, who was Brigham Young's fucking hitman.
Fire.
So yeah, man, I'm Mormon royalty. What can I say?
This has been a really uplifting pod so far. I mean, we know that baseball obviously is fucked, right? We've agreed upon that. Now we're talking
It's so
about
true.
the death and the actions that have led to a young man's death. Then we had to talk about the worst of all, Jair Munoz no longer a part of the Red Sox organization, because I'm not okay with that one in any way, shape, or form. It's been tough.
And then we have Hogdale over here saying that pot is a drug.
It's funny.
Yeah,
It's a
not
plant.
really, but
It's a plant.
I'm not allowed to weigh in on this, but
I mean, it can be made into a drug with just the THC and put into pills, Brad.
Give me all them pills.
So
it's like
you won't overdose on.
So it's like,
There you go.
are potatoes then a drug? Because you grow those
Fuck,
too.
are they?
Actually,
we need a galaxy brain.
actually, isn't potatoes part of like grain alcohol?
Yeah.
So technically, yeah.
Let's
Evil.
think about it. If you think about it, corn is a drug.
Corn is like bullshit. Like you look at corn. corn
is bullshit. What's
Corn-
corn, dude?
Corn has no nutritional value at all, and no one just eats corn. We lathered up with like butter and
It's like
salt.
sweet corn though. That's just
Yep.
delicious.
But it gives us nothing. Like it honestly, if you ate cardboard or corn, you'd be better off gnawing a little board. Just a little bit.
Not true. Corn's good. Got not low in calories. Good for a diet. Good deal.
It's horrible for your diet. That's why body doesn't digest. That's why you have it in your shit.
Yeah,
No.
sorry. When I take a dump and I fucking see a corn kernel,
It's like when you eat popcorn. Like if you eat unsalted, like unbuttered popcorn, that's like a really good like thing for a snack for a diet. Good healthy snack. It has to be unsalted, unbuttered though.
When's the last time you've eaten it like that, Hogdale?
When I was on my diet a year ago. And
Okay,
I
because the answer is
relapsed.
Nobody eats popcorn that way. Nobody.
I'm calling all the fat people who are trying to lose weight, Brady, and they're gonna fucking sit on you. You're done.
I'm
kid.
one of them. I'm that people.
You're not fat though.
Oh, my doctor would disagree with you, but thank you.
Yo, your doctor's an asshole. Okay, there's a difference between fucking like fat and fat. You know.
fat.
You're fucking
Like
fat.
There's like Big
Bubble.
Poppy, and then there's like Pablo Sandoval. Right?
Yeah, exactly. There's
fuck that
levels
guy.
to this shit.
Fuck that guy.
I hate Pablo Sandoval.
Jesus.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Sorry,
Sapphire.
Sapphire. Whoa, she's like, don't you talk about that beautiful man? Wow,
Uh-oh.
it's been real.
Jesus Christ. Sapphire is just like, fuck you, Brady.
Yep. Don't you talk about that third baseman? The way he played Kung Fu Panda, it was fun.
Didn't he turn into a first baseman?
Kung Fu Panda, low-key underrated as a movie franchise. Not a single bad Kung Fu Panda movie. The worst one is just like, okay.
Not a good one either, though.
What are you talking about? Kung Fu Panda 1 and 2 are great.
Well, maybe if I had a lot of popcorn with butter and salt on it, I would feel that way.
Dude, movie popcorn, though, that's the topic. That's just delicious.
Is corn a staple of Iowa, grown in Iowa?
It's, we're the second highest corn state.
Got it.
Nebraska's number 1.
Yep.
But we're number 1, though, is fucking hogs and hog development. So all the bacon and good.
What is going on with your dog?
Yeah, what are you doing?
She's had enough. I don't know what's wrong with her. Safi, do you have an issue? Do you want to talk about it?
She's like, once.
Do you want to start a dialogue? She does. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna let her out. Be right back.
All right. All right, let's shit all over him now. Oh, fucking Christ, Hogdale! All right.
It's like looking at a lunar eclipse. Oh God.
I know we were talking about drugs earlier, but crack kills, bro.
Yep. You got to be careful with that shit. Now, Brad, can I ask you? So I was talking with you before we started about an article I read from a friend of the pod, Chris Catillo. And he had an article today about his projections about what he thought the opening day roster would look like. And I just wanted to ask you if this is what it was, how you'd feel about it. All right. So in right field, Jorge Soler. Okay.
It's the dog episode of the Pesky Report.
I feel like I need a dog now.
Yeah,
Like,
you do.
holy
You
fuck.
got to keep up.
Or
Jorge
a fucking
Soler,
cat who's showing their asshole in the fucking camera.
that's fun. Jorge Soler in right field. Jose Iglesias re-signed as a second baseman. As Drupal Cabrera as a utility infielder, outfielder.
Where
type.
are all these players coming from? Like, are they
free
They all free
agency.
agents? All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Yep.
what happened? What happens with Arroyo?
Don't that we'd have to ask Chris about that. That was not his focal point. And then the big move in the offseason is then trading for, and I love this one, an elite closer in Josh Hader. So if that was how they filled those gaps, right? Soler and right, let's say Iglesias at second, and bringing in Josh Hader and maybe a guy like Robles or something like that to kind of fill out the pen. Would you be good?
Hold on, I'm taking a look at his.
I wouldn't hate it, but like in this situation, then is he trading JD and keeping Schwarber, or is he like letting Schwarber walk, keep JD, and then sign Soler for right field?
Keep JD.
I don't see JD. Yeah, I don't see them keeping him. It's the last year of his contract. You have 15 other teams that are available for DH.
Yeah, see,
to have DH a designated hitter. So now his
value way up.
His value is going to be way up now, even though he had a mediocre season last year.
Right.
So I don't think that JD is going to be on the 2022 Red Sox.
I prefer they sign Schwarber, honestly, and trade JD. I've been saying this since last year, and now I feel vindicated knowing universal DH is definitely going to be the thing. Like, I think JD's going to get moved. I think he's going to be gone. Though I wouldn't hate,
you also
keeping JD and signing Soler.
You also got to remember there's going to be 15 other teams that are going to need a DH. Granted, JD's a marketable fucking DH, but so wouldn't Schwarber.
The problem I fear, and me like everybody else, I mean, Schwarber was great for the Red Sox, but that's not really the way his back of his baseball card looks. Like his time with Boston is not his norm. Now we could say, hey, maybe he's walking to the prime of his career for sure. Like I would agree upon that, but I do worry about a guy where you're buying really high and doesn't have the track record to really like. He's not. I think he hit like 280 for the Sox, but he's like a 230 hitter. His homer outburst last year, not the norm for his career to put up quite that power. And positionally, we can see he doesn't really have a spot. Other than the Garrett Cole bomb, which was fucking beautiful, he was kind of quiet in the playoffs in a lot of spots. And against the Astros, he was quiet. I mean, we focus on Renfroe, but Schwarber going cold, that hurt too. And I like him, right? But I don't know how far I'd go for Kyle Schwarber.
All right, so I'll talk about this. Soler, I'd be for, but also, are we going to be in on Seiya Suzuki?
Not according to Chris's kind of theoretical, which I kind of agree. I don't think they're going to go that deep.
Okay, it seems like that. Like Seiya wants to go to the West Coast anyway. Sounds like he wants to be like a Mariner or a Giant.
Yeah.
So he wants to just be on a shit team.
Well, it's also a very closer flight to Japan. It's like not that far from there.
Whatever. You're coming to fucking America. You want to go on the fucking team that's going to win. You don't want
He's going to go visit his family sometimes, Dick.
He's going to be a multi-millionaire. Like, how often does he fly in Japan during the regular season? Well, they got one day off. He's like, guys, I'll see you.
All the time.
I'm going to fly for 12 hours this
or
way.
Or just, flying his family out to go see him in fucking San Fran.
Okay, just fly him out to fucking Boston.
Yep.
Maybe he's considerate, Brad. Unlike you fucking tool.
I'm sorry, but if I'm making millions of fucking dollars and I'm going to fly my fucking family out to a different fucking country, I don't fucking care about them, about being fucking considerate. You want to fucking come see me?
I don't care about them.
No, fuck them.
Just like cut that off like the statement.
I don't care.
Family.
If I make millions of dollars and my family wants to come see me in a different fucking country, I mean, my family doesn't even see me in this country. So fuck seeing me in a different country anyways.
God.
That was great. They don't even see me in this country.
They don't even see me in this fucking state.
Maybe you need to go to Iowa. They'll meet you there.
Hell yeah.
I'll just tell you this. I can barely get a fucking text message from my fucking family. All right. My phone is fucking
okay, Brad, now
silent.
you're projecting. All right. We need to stop.
Kyle Schwarber is a career 237 hitter that hit 291 for the Sox.
Yeah, but if you go back to like 2019 and you look at his stats to now, I mean, that's been pretty consistently really good. And even when he had like a low batting average, he was still getting on base at above a 300 clip. So like his worst case scenario is like hitting like 205 and still getting on base at a 300 clip and still probably giving you minimum like 25 homers a year.
He hit He hit 32 homers in 110 games, but in 2019 he had 38 and 155.
Guys,
which means he had homers at a faster clip.
Hey guys,
what's up?
Katia just made a post. Nesson is in talks with Will Middlebrooks about adding him as a Red Sox color analyst.
Oh, cool! I like that.
I like that.
Cool.
Yeah, we can talk about that fucking, what was it? The thing with was it?
Oh,
what the fuck's his name? Craig Allen Craig. I hate when
Alan Craig.
I hate when people have two first fucking names.
You can't be trusted if you have two first names. Let's be honest.
I know. Ryan Brady's such an ass.
I know. I always look sideways at that Ryan Brady character, like just the two first names. You know.
I would douche. Fucking douche.
He's such a douche.
Such a fucking tool, and then some. Well, that'd be great. Will Middlebrooks would be that. Now, what about, can we get Dave O'Brien out?
I wonder when his contract expires. Like genuinely.
Not soon fucking enough.
Genuinely.
Let's take a peek here.
Where's the spot track on fucking Dave O'Brien's broadcasting contract? What's he making per?
Too much. The truth really is, Mike Monaco would be making a far lesser salary, and everyone would be just so much happier with him calling the games.
True. And you know what?
He's great.
I still can't fucking believe that. Was it Tom Warner said that Dave O'Brien is an upgrade?
Hilarious.
I want to slap him so fucking hard kick him so fucking hard right in the fucking dick. Like, seriously.
Now you know why Theo left, why Francona wanted out, right? Now you know, because that's who's calling the shots. These guys that's crazy.
You literally think that Don Orsillo is worse. Like, Don Orsillo is like a god.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, anywhere. When he calls a fucking baseball game, he calls fucking games, the postseason games on TBS. Sorry.
I'll watch him just to hear his voice, even if I don't give a shit about the game.
It's a tragedy he used to call games with those bum underachiever Padres. Fuck them.
Yeah, that motherfucker's having fun. He's fishing every day.
He could have fished in Boston.
Yeah, not every day.
I would make it work.
You would make sure it was 70, 80 degrees every day.
Aquarium.
Yeah.
Right?
Checks out.
Checks out.
Give him a little boat. Make it temperature control. Yes. Go. Right. I'll find a way to make it work. And you know what sucks? There's no chance at a reunion. There's no.
That bridge is burned.
Fuck. What do we? There should be some kind of .org that we can sign.
Yeah. Yeah, like a petition.
But I mean,
Orsillo would never come back.
Okay, got it. Mike Monaco.
That checks out.
So you would feel better. Yeah, but like, if
Mike Monaco is fucking fun.
He is, right? Wouldn't he make you at least go like this? All right, we're at least moving forward, like in a positive direction.
I look at it this way. It's like, Rissa Soul, Jerry Remy is no longer a part of the Nesson broadcast, obviously.
It's a bummer.
And that was one thing that I had in my childhood listening to the Red Sox. I don't have shit now.
It's a tragedy.
If Don Orsillo was still around, I'd still have Orsillo.
you still got Tom Caron.
That checks out.
True.
They need to fucking lifetime him right the fuck now. Petition.org it right now. Let's get something going because I can't live in a
It's
world
time
without.
to put Will Fleming on the Nesson broadcast. It's time. Let's go, boys. It's time.
I like Fleming.
Fuck Dave O'Brien. Will Fleming in.
So who would you rather have, Fleming or Monaco?
Oh, that's tough. I like
It is tough. But in all honesty, I love Fleming on the radio. Like when I'm listening to games, Fleming and Castig, fucking fantastic.
Mike
and
Monaco is great on TV. High energy, fun. He adds to the game. You know what I mean? Dave O'Brien's just like the casual. He's like a bird watcher. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know, man. I feel like a bird watcher gets more hype when he sees like a cool goldfinch that Dave O'Brien does when he fucking calls a homer. Like genuinely. I don't know, man. I feel like I've seen a bird watcher be like, dude, holy shit, it's a fucking Oriole up there, dude. And like Dave O'Brien's like,
there's
a
an
home
Oriole.
run. It's gone.
I was
370 feet.
Someone was. I think it was the other Grant who had said he was watching a football game and he heard a familiar voice and then he realized it was fucking Dave O'Brien.
I can't escape him.
I can't fucking escape.
Why don't we just like try to open up the doors so he can exclusively and only do college football?
Yeah, go call ACC games, you fucking goofball. Leave us alone.
Right. It just sucks. It just blows.
I would totally love to get rid of fucking Dave O'Brien. You know,
Jerry
my
Remy's
fucking...
gone and we're stuck with this fucking asshole. God damn it.
If you had Mike Monaco, right, Eckersley,
oh Jesus, yes,
and then either Will Middlebrooks or Uke, like a little rotational thing.
They're still talking about Uke. I think it's going to be both. I think it'll be Middlebrooks and Uke.
Tell me that doesn't sound. Would you be excited for that?
That would be cool. I would be excited for that.
As long as Middlebrooks isn't like a Johnny Gomes. Like I love Johnny Gomes. I fucking. But it was weird.
Yeah.
Listening to Johnny Gomes like give out like the way he was talking about the game. It was like, oh, this is it was like listening to a kindergarten trying to fucking explain baseball.
Hey, I got a question, you guys. It's kind of on topic. Can I get your opinion on this?
No.
Am I the only person who hates the 3-man booth? Like, 2-man booths to me are so much better, and I feel like broadcasting keeps moving farther and farther away from it. What's your guys' opinion on that?
I'm sorry, but if it was Don Orsillo, Jerry Remy, and Dennis Eckersley, what's wrong with that?
Nothing wrong with that, but like,
okay,
on the average
and then
game,
when you have a dickwad like Dave O'Brien on, you need those other two people.
Yeah, but presumably, if you have a competent broadcaster that is not Dave O'Brien and
Mike Monaco,
yes.
Okay.
Dude, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like
can I just ask one quick question? Can I ask one quick question? Are we all pro Mike Monaco?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
this is a pro Mike Monaco pod.
I like the 3-man booth. It's because you get a perspective from you get the color commentating from like the last couple of years. You had Eckersley, you had Remy, and they were the more entertaining aspect of the game over that dickbag Dave O'Brien.
I like the pitching perspective and a positional player's perspective, like one of each, and they'll have the banter about which one's harder and this, that, and the other. But Eckersley is so pro pitcher.
I gotta say, I fucking hated when Eckersley came on at first.
I did too.
Because it was Rosello, it was Remy, and that's all it was. Like I love that. And then Eckersley came on, and I was just like, "Fuck, this guy's talking about salad, tossing salad. Like who's licking other people's assholes in baseball, right?" And then now it's like,
shoes.
Yeah, I fucking love it now. I absolutely love hearing Eckersley. The what did they call it? Whatever. You guys
brain fart.
No, he has like his own fucking vocabulary.
Oh yeah, his own like English lexicon.
It's Eckism or some shit like that.
Yeah,
he's fire, man. He spits nothing but entertainment, and he gives you perspectives from a really accomplished pitcher. But I love that. So if you told me like Uke or Middlebrooks, I agree with the Johnny Gomes thing. It was like Hacksaw Jim Duggan, kind of.
Oh,
Yeah, it's completely like it was too much. Like he's a good hype man. Don't get me wrong, but
that story that LeVar Way fucking said about him was
Yeah.
fucking. It was spot on. Like you wouldn't expect anything less from fucking Johnny Gomes. You know?
No.
Oh, nothing. Just one day closer to the fucking World Series. Like, okay, that's you expect that from Johnny.
I wonder if he said that every spring training. You know what I mean? Was that or he held it for this every year he was like, oh, just one day closer, and it was like the team went like 53 and 109 or some shit like that. Like, I'm just curious.
I can't wait for baseball to get back, literally just specifically so I can hear Eck like commentate on Rays games, just fucking shitting on Ryan Yarborough. Like nothing brings me more joy than you're like, look at this fucking guy tossing salad right over the heart of the plate.
When he fucking does the like come on. And then when a guy gives up a Johnson and he's just like, it's all like he just fucking blows in his fucking pants, dude. You know? He's like,
yeah. And then the only thing
Brady, I gotta say so. Yeah. You actually did something similar to a fucking Eckersley thing when we had Lavarnway on. So he was talking about how he met Wade Boggs, and he was talking about the fucking World Series. And you're just like, oh. I don't know if you
weren't supposed to know what happened below the belt. All right, you know.
Don't want to see what happens under the hood.
He was talking about my childhood, Wade Boggs. That come on, you're talking about an all-time Red Sox great. I couldn't hold it back. I get it. I did have an Eck moment. You're totally spot on,
totally
man.
Blew it in your fucking pants, man.
Oh my God, it's the truth. It's the truth. Listen, what are we gonna do? The reality is, we deserve better than Dave O'Brien, or maybe Dave O'Brien deserves better than us. I don't. Either one is fine with me. Just it's time to move on.
Yes.
So there was one thing that we didn't touch on today, and I feel like this should have been talked about a little earlier.
Penis breath?
Huh?
Penis breath?
Well, now that you're bringing it up, speaking of bringing up things, Ryan Zimmerman announced his retirement today after 16 seasons.
Good for him. Good career.
Solid.
Yeah, he got a World Series.
Yep, totally solid. Oh God.
I love you, Brady.
Can we just leave religion out of everything?
That checks out.
This just gives me joy. I just like it.
What, religion? Like,
yeah, just making fun of it. Just gets me. I get shits and giggles.
Giggles and shits.
Zimmerman had a good career. He was a solid guy. But the one thing that I'm crazy about is you see the Nationals are going to have gambling like at the park, like that you can actually go, for the fans. Yep.
That does not check out.
No, it's like for a sport that will not allow Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame, but he's so deservingly because of gambling. Yet we're just going to have like fucking bookies, right? You just walk up and just you're throwing your money on. I think Juan Soto is going to grab his crotch 5 times in the next at bat, right? You know what I mean?
MGM Sportsbook next to Nationals Park officially opens. Holy fuck!
Oh my God!
The 4,000 square foot. Hold on, the 4,000 square foot building replaces center field social and features 6 betting windows. Wow!
That's the
godless
start.
heathen.
Yep. It's only
godless heathen.
It's only a matter of time until they're like 6 windows is not enough. We need 12. We need 15. Like
no, you got to go 7.
7.
7.
Okay. Why
7 checks out. Isn't 7 like a lucky number for fucking?
They want you to lose. They don't want you to fucking win.
Yeah, but you got to make it seem like they're gonna win.
Here's a look. No one's gonna win except for the house every time.
True.
It's just crazy though. I mean, here's the problem I have. You're gonna see more and more people out of their fucking seats up there. Like, why go to a baseball game if you don't want to fucking watch the game? I mean, I hate that. I wish I was at baseball fucking game right now.
It's crazy how fast like gambling's been like, just integrated into every sport. Like the second that shit was federally legalized, the fucking like every sports league is like, yes, it's time. It is our time to shine.
They start fucking allowing gambling with baseball, dude. Literally, Pete Rose needs to be in the fucking Hall of Fame. He already needs to be in there, but like you have this guy, he's not allowed in the Hall of Fame because he bet on his team. It's not like he didn't bet against his team. He bet on his team.
He's like, no, we're going to take this one, boys.
From what I read, he never bet on his team at all to win or lose. He bet on everything except his team. Because if you're managing your team and you're pushing guys, further.
Oh, yeah.
That he never actually bet. So then I'm like, so you bet on, if you're a National League manager and you bet on the American League, the fuck? Like, it's
like not. That's what the under.
You shouldn't.
You
shouldn't do it. Like, you shouldn't do it. It's not a good idea. And you probably should be, I mean, if you did it now, you should be suspended, right? You know what I mean? But like, it's a little harsh.
It's almost like cheating. You should be suspended for a full season.
Yeah, if they want to do that,
I'll go in the same Hall of Fame rant a billion times. Like, I just hate it. Pete Rose should be in. Again, Bond should be in. Clevin should be in. A bunch of guys should be in, but they're incompetent and they suck.
They're gonna wait until he dies, which is fucking horrible.
Oh yeah.
Once Pete Rose dies, then they'll put him in the Hall of Fame.
They're gonna do to Pete Rose what WWE did to China.
You know what he fucking writes on his baseballs, or when he writes a signature? Sorry, I bet on the game, or something like that.
This makes me sad.
Yeah, but now he works for like DraftKings or some shit like that, though. That's the only thing.
This is our oh my God.
I just feel bad. Like, I feel like baseball really can't do much right at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
that's what it says. It says, "I'm sorry, I bet on baseball." His signature, his autograph is $159.
Man,
one of my buddies has it.
We should get one for the pod.
Yeah, go ahead, buy one.
I should get a framed Barry Bonds jersey to hang in the background for every video for protest.
It's ridiculous. But it really is. They fuck up everything they possibly can. It's like they're adamant on getting everything wrong.
Is Manfred just bad for baseball, or is it fucking like all of them?
It's just everyone who's involved. It's players, it's owners. Because like, you have a couple feel good stories, but like, generally speaking, the owners don't do near enough for their communities, and the players, they're fucking doing drugs. Like once they're gone, they're fucking out. You know what I mean? Like, it's just,
I don't know, man. Look at Will Middlebrooks and Kevin Youkilis.
What's wrong with the players doing drugs, Brady? What do you got against guys having a good time? Going a little coke binge, Brady? Come on.
It's a little nice. It'd be nice to have a couple role models for kids that,
Oh, come on. Don't you with the fucking someone please think of the children. Don't do this to me, Brady. Please.
Think of the children, please.
Yeah.
Crazy. God, somebody think of the children.
Crazy to think of a teacher thinking about kids. Nuts.
Yeah.
Right?
How dare you? How dare you?
What's 1 + 1, Brady? 4?
Could be.
Yeah. That
could be.
Checks out.
So you're a teacher. So do you do that new math shit? What is it?
Please don't get me started on new math shit. You mean a different way of looking at things that the rest of the world's been looking at the same way for 50 years?
What's it called?
Common Core.
Yeah.
Do you mean an emphasis on real world math applications as opposed to just solving via standard algorithm? Yeah.
Teacher talk. Let's go.
Don't nerd me out. Don't nerd me out, please.
Fuck Common Core.
It's everything. Whenever they react, everything in life is overreaction. It's always too much, too far.
All right, gentlemen. I think we're going to call it an episode. Do you have anything else?
Dave O'Brien needs to go.
I agree.
Thank you for listening to the Pesky Report. Make sure to follow us on social media at Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Pesky Report. No matter what platform you're listening to us on, please make sure to leave us a review and a comment and let us know how we're doing. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode.
Thank you for listening to this Belly Up Sports Podcast Network product. Some said we go belly up, so we made it our name, and we're still here.